What would you do if your dog collapsed in the heat right now? Most people have an answer ready. Cool him down slowly. Use lukewarm water. Never use cold. That is what everyone says. That is what most of us were told. And for years, that advice felt right. It felt safe. It felt responsible. It was wrong. Not slightly wrong. Wrong in a way that has cost dogs their lives while their owners believed they were doing everything correctly. What science has now confirmed about cooling a dog in heat stroke overturns almost everything most owners believe. And if your dog ever overheats, what you do in the first few minutes will determine whether he survives. This is what we should have been told from the beginning. For decades, the advice was consistent. If your dog is overheating, cool him gradually. Use room temperature water. Avoid anything cold. Cold water causes blood vessels near the skin to constrict, which traps heat inside the body. Cold water can trigger cardiac arrest. Cold water can make everything worse. That warning spread through veterinary advice leaflets, pet care websites, dog training classes, and well-meaning conversations between owners at parks. It made sense on the surface. Sudden temperature shock seemed dangerous. Gradual cooling seemed logical. Careful seemed better than fast. And so owners followed it. Vets repeated it. It became the standard. But something was quietly wrong with the reasoning, and it took researchers looking specifically at heat stroke, not just overheating, to find it. Before you can understand why the advice was wrong, you need to understand what heat stroke actually does to your dog's body. Overheating and heat stroke are not the same thing. When your dog is too warm, his body is still managing the situation. He is panting. His circulation is working. His cooling systems are active. Heat stroke is something completely different. Heat stroke is what happens when your dog's core body temperature rises above a threshold his biology cannot manage on its own. Above 41 degrees Celsius, cell damage begins. Above 43 degrees, organs start to fail. The brain swells. The blood loses its ability to clot. The kidneys begin to shut down. And it happens fast. Faster than most owners realize. A dog left in a parked car on a warm day can reach heat stroke temperatures in under 10 minutes. A dog running hard in summer heat can get there in less. Every minute your dog's temperature stays critically high, the damage compounds. And the damage that accumulates in those minutes cannot always be undone, even with emergency veterinary care. This is why what you do before you reach a vet is not secondary to his survival. In heat stroke, it is central to it. In recent years, researchers studying heat stroke in dogs looked at something nobody had properly examined before. Not whether cold water was dangerous in general overheating, but what cold water actually does in confirmed heat stroke when core body temperature is critically elevated and time is running out. What they found reversed the standard advice completely. In heat stroke, the priority is not gradual cooling. The priority is aggressive, rapid cooling. And the most effective way to achieve that is cold water, not lukewarm, not room temperature, cold. The concern about blood vessel constriction trapping heat, the reason most people were told to avoid cold water, applies to mild overheating. It does not apply in the same way when a dog's temperature is already at a dangerous critical level. At that point, the risk of allowing the temperature to stay high outweighs the risk of cold water shock. Every second of delay causes damage. Rapid cooling saves tissue that would otherwise be lost. The researchers were clear. In genuine heat stroke, cold water immersion or cold water application to the body is not dangerous. It is necessary. So what should you actually do if your dog collapses with heat stroke? The first thing is to move him out of the heat immediately. Shade indoors, anywhere away from the direct source. Then apply cold water directly to his body. Not a damp cloth. not a gentle mist. Running cold water, focused on the areas where blood vessels sit close to the surface, his neck, his armpits, his inner thighs, his groin. These areas cool the blood directly. Cooling the blood cools the core. Do not cover him in wet towels and leave them in place. A wet towel traps heat as it warms. Keep the water moving. Keep it cold. Keep it flowing. And while you're doing this, call a vet immediately. Do not wait until he seems better. Do not assume the cooling alone is enough. Heat stroke causes internal damage that is not visible from the outside. Your dog may appear to stabilize and still be in serious danger. The goal of what you do in those first minutes is not to cure him. It is to slow the damage while you get him to someone who can assess what his body has been through. Here is the part that should stay with you. Most dogs who die from heat stroke do not die because their owners did nothing. They die because their owners did something. Something they genuinely believed was correct. Something they had been told was the safe approach. They used lukewarm water. They cooled him slowly. They were careful. And the temperature stayed high for too long. The difference between a dog who survives heat stroke and one who does not is often measured in minutes. Not hours. Minutes. That window is so small that the information you carry with you right now, before anything has happened, is more important than almost anything you could do afterward. Researchers studying survival rates in canine heat stroke found that rapid cooling before reaching a veterinary clinic was one of the strongest predictors of survival. Dogs who were cooled quickly, aggressively, and with cold water had significantly better outcomes than dogs who were cooled slowly or not at all. Your dog cannot tell you when he is in danger. He cannot warn you that his body is reaching a threshold it cannot come back from on its own. He will just slow down, lie down, stop. And in that moment, what you know will determine what happens next. We were wrong about how to cool a dog in heat stroke, not because the advice was careless, but because it was built on incomplete information, on caution applied to the wrong situation, on a warning that was never meant to cover the moments when it mattered most. Now you know what the science actually says. Cold water, fast, focused on the right places, while you call for help. It is not complicated. But it is the difference between doing something and doing the right thing. Your dog trusts you completely in the moments when he cannot protect himself. He has no way of knowing what you know or what you do not know. He just lies there and waits for you to help him. Make sure that when that moment comes, you are ready.